And in the days after that, there was a manhunt that ensued. And so we ultimately now want to check in with some of our partners there at TMZ, putting this up on your screen, that the person of interest in the Charlie Kirk assassination was a man on a mission, hobbling down a street in Utah, turning towards the campus where Turning Point CEO was fatally shot just a few minutes later. And to tell us the story behind this now viral video, I'm going to bring into the conversation there at TMZ, Michael Babcock. Michael, y'all received this video. It was exclusive at the time. Tell us how you were able to procure it and really what you learned when you first saw it.
Hey, Christina, thank you for having me. I mean, it's a surreal piece of video. So the video, and I want to make sure I've got my times right here, Christina. So this was just a couple of blocks away from the campus. And, the authorities say that he arrived, that now the man that we know or believe at least was Tyler Robinson arrived at 11:52. Well, this video was taken at 11:49, and it is surveillance footage from one of these neighborhoods, a suburb that is basically on the outside of the perimeter of the university. What is really notable about this, Christina, is if you see, he's got a bit of a strange gait, the way he's walking in these images. Authorities obviously say he had a bolt-action rifle that he brought with him to campus before shooting and assassinating Charlie Kirk. Well, you do not see a rifle in that image there, and that is because the belief is that he had actually concealed the rifle or attempted to conceal the rifle in his pants, and it looks like the weapon could have been on along his right leg, and that's why he was walking in a way that does not look natural. Now, about 6 minutes after the shooting, at 12:29 p.m. to be exact, after Tyler had allegedly dumped the rifle, you see him running back through that same neighborhood. And in that instant, there is no strange gait. He is walking normally, differently than he was just a half hour earlier. So the belief is that in that footage right there, just 3 minutes before he gets to campus, that he had that weapon right there on his right leg. And that's the way he concealed it. And that's the way he got that weapon onto the campus before, again, murdering Charlie Kirk.
And it's so fascinating, Michael, because what you can see there, which I thought was so interesting when you all first released this footage, is that the police had also put out a photo of the guy. They were like, this is this person of interest. This is who we're looking for. And you could see in that thing, he had on a black shirt with sort of this emblem on the front. The video that you were able to procure shows the exact same thing. And it's also got to be frightening for those neighbors, not knowing that a killer was walking down their street, potential killer was walking down their street just moments before.
Right. It's a beautiful September afternoon in Utah. I mean, you have no idea that somebody has got this evil in their heart and what they are. I mean, obviously, at that point, he has made up his decision and he is going there to execute a man. And yeah, I mean, it's surreal to see him walking down that street and now knowing what happened minutes later. I mean, it just makes you feel sick, I think, to watch that. And I think so many people obviously believe that this person has been caught. And, with that said, still so many questions. And I think, why being question number one, obviously.
And so, of course, this is another photo that we have. That's courtesy of Fox News Digital. Again, Michael Babcock there with TMZ. Anything else that we kind of need to be or that you all have on your radar as it pertains to this case? I've been seeing all of the updates that you all have had coming out on your website.
Yeah, I think there's so many more unanswered questions still at this point, despite the arrest, Christina. But I think, very interested to see, did he speak about this with anybody else? There were some messages. There was some talk the governor announced about a conversation that he might have had with a roommate about potentially picking up the rifle from some location. So I think one of the big questions we want to now try and understand is whether or not this is a situation where this man was alone or were there other people that were involved, were there other people that knew what he intended to do. So I think hopefully these are questions that we will soon have answers to.
Hopefully it is. And so there you see also a live vantage point there at the place where that suspect is currently being held, 22-year-old Tyler Robinson of Utah. So many more questions, like you said, still to be answered at this point. But as always, we appreciate there with TMZ, Michael Babcock, for giving us the latest. That video that you all provided out to the public could have been one of the reasons that he was ultimately apprehended. So we appreciate your time.